Southern food isn't just about eating, it's about storytelling. Today we're diving deep into 4 legendary restaurants named by Southern Living magazine just recently. From Memphis to Mississippi, they serve more than just meals, they serve history up too. So let's dive right into the deep histories of these 4 fabulous restaurants in Memphis and the Mid-South. Stick around to the end where I'll be taking you on a little trip that we had just recently to one of these restaurants. You won't want to miss this delicious journey. Hi, I'm Amy Clark with Cry Like Realtors, your go-to realtor for living in Memphis and the Mid-South, and also today eating in the Mid-South. We're going to dive into 4 legendary restaurants as named by Southern Living magazine. I love Southern Living magazine. I get their cookbooks every year, and yes, I do cook out of those cookbooks. It's one of my favorite things to do, and it's just ingrained in me being a Southern girl. Now, each of these spots is a slice of history, and they're steeped in big traditions. And yes, I'll be sharing a recent visit to Marshall Steakhouse where we witnessed a hilarious moment between the Grinch and Santa Claus. It was our son's birthday, and we took him to Marshall Steakhouse in Marshall County in Byhalia, Mississippi. First, we're going to go to Folks Folly. Folks Folly has been around since 1977, and it was started by Humphrey Folk Jr. He had a vision to take a cozy house in East Memphis and turn it into a steakhouse. When you're eating at Folks Folly, you are going to be treated like royalty. It's been there for so long, and it's just a Southern tradition in East Memphis to go to. You'll love Folks Folly. It's a little pricey, but what isn't pricey these days? They make you feel just great when you're in there. You're treated fantastic. It's a 100% fabulous steakhouse in the Memphis area. But let's move on to Marshall Steakhouse. Marshall Steakhouse is just about 20 minutes south of Collierville. If you're driving straight down 78, you'll go right into Marshall County, and Marshall Steakhouse is very rustic. I love that. So it feels casual, the food is fantastic, the service is great. We really enjoyed Chuck when he waited on us. We sat at the Elvis table. It was kind of like upstairs in the corner over 2 balconies, and we had our 18-month-old grandson with us, so that was fun eating with a 18-month-old. Haven't done that in a long time. From food falling on the floor and ketchup and lemons, lots of stuff happened at the restaurant with our 18-month-old grandson. It was very fun, and all of a sudden we heard screaming children, and I looked over the balcony, and there it is. There's Santa Claus, and there's the Grinch running around. It was just a few days before Christmas, and the kids were having a great time. Restaurant was packed. There was people outside. There was bonfires going on, Christmas lights and music and everything. It was just such a wonderful experience, and we had a great time. And really, it's just a 20-minute drive outside of Memphis. So it's really a perfect place to go for a rustic, fabulous steak dinner. One more thing about Marshall Steakhouse, they have a challenge that you can do. You can choose the petite filet, or you can do the massive 72-ounce steak challenge. Every bite is a testament to their commitment to quality. USDA prime choice meat, but it's not just the food, it's about the atmosphere. Very comfortable atmosphere when you're in there. We visited just a few weeks ago, and we got more than we bargained for eating with an 18-month-old. So that was a lot of fun. All right, number 3, we're headed back to Memphis. It's called the 4-Way. The 4-Way is a very historical restaurant in the Memphis area. It's in the Soulsville neighborhood, and Martin Luther King Jr. used to gather there. So it's been around since the 40s, since 1946, and it is nothing but comfort food. Comfort Southern soul food, cornbread and catfish fillets, macaroni and cheese. It's a very iconic restaurant. It's been there for a really long time. Eating their sweet potato pie is like getting a hug from your grandmother, so they say. So I haven't been there yet, but I am dying to go down there. It looks like a great place to be. Another legendary named restaurant from Southern Living magazine. The 4-Way reminds us that food has the power to bring people together. Whether you're local or you're just in town for a visit, maybe you're seeing me to buy a house in Memphis or in the Mid-South area, don't forget to stop into the 4-Way restaurant. If you want to go for dinner, make sure you go to Marshall Steakhouse or you go to Folks Folly in East Memphis. Our final stop takes us to Clarksdale, Mississippi with Hicks, Tamales, and BarB.Q. They don't do their traditional tamales with masa. They do it with cornmeal, and they're very spicy and full of flavor, and they're a little smaller than other ones that you would have. It's a really cool place to go to, and don't forget to eat the BarB.Q when you're there. Memphis really, in the Mid-South, is all about BarB.Q. famous barbecue cooking contest downtown every year in May, and it's world renowned, very famous. So Memphis competes with Kansas City and North Carolina for barbecue. Memphis is always the best barbecue. Don't forget. You know, Corky started here too. So Corky's will FedEx their food year round all the way wherever you need barbecue. If you're missing Memphis barbecue, you can absolutely get it from Corky's, shipped right to your door. We are in Clarksdale, Mississippi at Hicks Tamales and Barbecue Shop. They've been there for over 50 years in the Delta, and they have very special heritage and food combinations down there. It's always a lot of fun to visit Hicks. Another one named a legendary restaurant in the Mid-South area. So we got two today from Memphis. We had the Four Way, which is a Martin Luther King historical soul food connection, and a Folks Folly, a very nice royal family prime steakhouse in East Memphis. And when I mean royal family, I mean you're treated like royalty when you're in there. Those two fabulous restaurants in Memphis. And we went to Clarksdale, Mississippi for Hicks Tamales and Barbecue for your special tamale, not your traditional Latin America tamale. It would be a southern twist with cornmeal. So there we go, and the barbecue is fabulous there. I always have to throw in, when I talk about restaurants in Memphis and the Mid-South, I always have to throw in my favorites. And if you want Italian food, go to Grisanti's. There's a Grisanti's in South Haven, there's one in Collierville, there's one in East Memphis, there's one in Memphis. Grisanti's restaurant, family-owned restaurants. It's the best Italian food you're gonna get locally. I just absolutely love Grisanti's, one of my favorites. If I want a hamburger, I'm going to Dyer's Hamburgers, home of the famous fried hamburger in Greece, 100-year-old Greece at that. So we love Dyer's Hamburgers as well. Dyer's is one of our favorites. There's one downtown and there's one in Collierville. So if you're downtown and need a hamburger, go to Dyer's. And if you're out east, go to Collierville, go to Little Town Square in Collierville and get your Dyer's Hamburgers while you're buying your Western cowboy boots at the store right next door too. So just love that. Now I'm getting pizza. I'm definitely getting Memphis Pizza Cafe. So you can get a slice of pizza, a whole pizza, breadsticks, you can get whatever. They are famous for their thin crust, cracker crust pizzas. And they also have my favorite salad in all of Memphis. I am not kidding. The pizza joint, Memphis Pizza Cafe, there's 5 or 6 locations around town. Just absolutely love Memphis Pizza Cafe. And there's another restaurant, oh, my favorite, French food. So you're gonna have to go to Erling Jensen's for their French food. They've been in Memphis for a really long time, and Erling Jensen's is my favorite French restaurant. So there you have it, Amy's favorites, Southern Living's favorites. I really do like ones that they picked, and then I have the ones that I go to on a more regular basis. And there you have it, the 4 legendary restaurants as chosen by Southern Living. They really do define the heart and soul of Memphis and the Mid-South eating and dining experience. So if you are a lover of food, please don't miss out on these restaurants when you are visiting or living in Memphis and the Mid-South. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, tap that bell for notifications. And if you have any questions or comments, or you like or disagree with any of my favorite choices from living in Memphis and eating in Memphis and the Mid-South, don't hesitate to comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me on this delicious journey through Memphis and the Mid-South. Remember, there's always something to eat when you get hungry while you're house hunting. You can always go somewhere and get fantastic food in the Memphis and Mid-South area. Please contact me, your local Cry Realtor for living in Memphis and the Mid-South. I would love to make your Memphis dream a reality. And maybe we can eat while we're doing it too. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Living in Memphis and the Mid-South. Great restaurants.